Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. On the return from the end zone, here's Britton Covey. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff. Wow, that is going to set a tone for what could be a very physical game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And his initial touch, good for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, Hurts. That's caught downfield by Smith. They get 22 yards there. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Hurts. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
63. Going silver, ready?
3rd and long for Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
This one to his big tight end, Uzama. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Now Hurts. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and... Here's Barkley. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Barkley. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to run it.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 88 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Kenneth Gainwell going to bring it out of the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and take him down at the 21-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, it's Hurts. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a 1st down for Philly.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air again. Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Hurts. He's got it at about the 8. And he will score. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will level things out at 7 apiece. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Let's go.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. To the left side, he's got Komet. Give him 14 on that play. 1 1st down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 3rd and a yard. He'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Santos's kick is good. And the Bears get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Check go.
They run. It's the former Eagle, DeAndre Swift. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
To throw is Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. Here's Williams. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. You talk about a quarterback getting things done with his legs. Everything covered downfield, but they couldn't cover him as he went down the field for a touchdown.
Mike, sometimes as a defensive coordinator, you just can't prepare for everything. In this case, you have the play defended perfectly. Passing lanes are all taken away. Everyone in coverage is where they're supposed to be. So what does the quarterback do? He tucks the ball away, and he takes it the distance for 6.
And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. On play action, Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith.
for the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line.
Boy, they got the block to spring him, and it was a foot race. And when he gets in that foot race, Mike, he's normally good for this type of yardage before anyone's able to run him down.
That's going to be pulled in by Brown. And he will go all the way. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Hawk 7, go!
Williams to throw on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Dragon 60.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down. Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be brought down. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Come on. Set.
Off play action. Here's Williams. Now, a deep shot for Allen.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long. Here's Williams now to throw. And that is incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down. So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. That's off the crossbar and in. How did that happen? It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught downfield by Smith. They get 19 on that pass play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It is 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive. Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. So the Eagles will use their 1st timeout here. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. Now Barkley.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Here we go. One final play. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying team here in the final minute.
Just a tremendous finish to what's been a tremendous game, Mike. I mean, not only did they get that late touchdown here in the final stages, but here with time winding down, they're an extra point away from taking the lead and likely coming away with a big victory.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. Scott now on the return.
You stupid fuck. You stupid fuck.
The ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
Hail Mary, watch
Here
this.
is 1st and 10.
Good luck, man.
Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he'll be
Yo,
brought
fat ass
there,
down, bitch.
and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So
Sonic.
it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory.
Very unacceptable. Your shit was terrible, bruh.